My friend, I am not cheating you. I think a consumer mentality in the church is really, really easy. Now, it's a symptom of the world we live in. When I don't like something, I can always call the customer service line and you say, "I'm disappointed," right? Oh, gosh. Or maybe you have your line, right, when you call customer service and it's resolved, right? We'll take care of it. Thank you very much. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir or ma'am? The customer is always right, right? But this Sunday gives us a provocative response to the consumeristic grumbling. My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? This has been a provocative response for me because I think we're so deeply mired in a world of reactions and not truly human responses. I never ask how what the Lord gives me actually corresponds to the most reasonable needs of my heart. Instead, I grumble about the fact that He has given someone else their daily bread too. What this means is that we have an opportunity to reflect now. How has the Lord actually fulfilled the most reasonable needs of my heart in a way that my CrossFit gym can't? Yes, it is open. Yes, we have 200 square feet. Yes, we're following all of the government restrictions. Don't worry, right? But how can the Lord, or how not can, but does the Lord actually fulfill the most reasonable needs of my heart? Of course, the temptation in this then is to think that what this means is that everything I do that isn't explicitly about or involve the Lord is bad. Like CrossFit is bad because it's not explicit enough about the Lord. Put in your own hobby. But I want to propose a different way of looking at it. You have interests. At least I hope you do. And the Lord loves you. And this I know He does. And someone that loves you is interested in the things that you are interested in. In fact, He's infinitely more interested than you might be in your husband's obsession with cars, or the 30 millionth finger painting drawing from your kindergartner. When I first got here, I got a nice little hand-painted thumbprint thing from a kid, and I still actually have it up in my office. This is a great example. I have one, right? But I remember finger painting. It's never just one, right? The Lord is infinitely more interested in what you're interested in because He's infinitely more interested in you. This is why I've been struck more and more with fascination when I see someone doing their job well, or doing CrossFit well, or singing well, or dancing well, or race car driving well, or fixing things that I don't know how to fix well, or gardening well. It's an aspect of beauty to excel in things that are truly human. And God is just as, but really even more, interested in your human flourishing and the human flourishing of your children than you are. And Christ makes my life, in all of its itty-bitty details, more full of meaning than when I try to limit him to a little subsection on Sunday. The Lord wants to be Lord of my life, not the Lord of a cul-de-sac. Christ will be magnified in my body, whether by life or by death. I've had on my heart recently our teens and school kids. Because let's be honest, kids, what a weird time to be in school. Catechists. What a weird time to try to be catechists. And I know that one of the easiest answers to give when maybe you ask your kids, or kids when your parents ask you, how are you doing? Fine. What'd you learn today? Nothing. I had a little girl, she's not a little girl anymore, I guess, at our ALS walk that we had yesterday. I asked, how's school going? And she goes, oh, it's just awesome, because every day I learn this new thing and I'm fascinated by it, and it's just every day is new. I get to learn more and more. And her two brothers looked at her like, no. Not because she was being inauthentic, but because they had no idea what she was talking about, right? And what I'm not going to say is that kids or anyone, that I think you have to go open up everything to your parents right at this moment or after Mass. But I have a sneaking suspicion that fine probably isn't true. At least not all the time. I know I'm not always fine. I know that the grumble is real. But what do we do with that grumble? Ultimately, I think the workers did the right thing. They didn't pretend it didn't exist. They didn't pretend that their hearts were more narrow than what they were actually experiencing. They didn't retreat to self-righteousness or indignation at the other. Ultimately, these responses are truly horrible things because they limit our humanity. Either Jesus has given us everything, even the grumble, or he's a commodity that we can return when we're dissatisfied with him. We can put him in that Amazon Prime free shipping box and exchange him for someone else. When you can click the box, that's not the product I ordered, right? Perhaps the right product is then Marx or Buddha or Bezos or Confucius, or even just a little fascination with ourselves and how great we're doing with everything. But if God is God, in the fullest sense of that word, and if Jesus is God, in the fullest sense of that word, then that changes everything. That changes everything. The proclamation that we're about to make together in the Creed is so radical that it changes everything. Even if it takes us our whole life to be changed. In Catholic terms, that being changed is called sanctification. That radicality that changes even the scoundrel. Even if it takes 100 confessions and to the last hour of the day. My friend, says God, I am not cheating you. Cannot I, who hold all things, give eternal life even to the one that doesn't look like you? If only they hear my call and start the work I have called them to on themselves.